Hey, it's me, LFC Barry. I know a bit about a bit, and I'm here to talk to you about football and the new England manager, Sammy Allardyce. Now, me, naturally, like everyone else, wasn't very happy about Sam Allardyce being appointed as the England manager for the main reason that his style of football looks like something from 1972. His teams are usually fucking fouling all game, bitty physical. He can't really seem to get teams higher than the bottom half. But maybe, for the last 3 or 4 managers for England, we've had a lot of it. We've been very optimistic, and that's gone to shit. So maybe the other way around, he might actually do something well. Well, either way, we can't really do anything about it now. So it's best just to sit back. Got 2 years till the World Cup. Got a qualifying session coming soon. So let's wish him all the best, and let's get on with it. But basically, what I wanted to speak to you a lot about tonight was about the captaincy. I know Wayne Rooney's the captain at the moment, but I've got a couple of suggestions that you might find interesting. Please use the comments underneath to let me know, what you think, or maybe you give your own suggestions. At the end of the day, I've got my opinions, but I want to share my opinion with you lot, and you can tell me whether you think it's right or wrong. I mean, that's the beauty of this YouTube. So I'm going to put forward a couple of suggestions, and then we can go from there. First things first, I'll just say that I don't think Rooney should be the captain, for the simple reason, and I know I said I'm not going to be biased here, but if you think about it, he plays for Manchester United and he's a Scouser. So first of all, you can tell that he's not really very loyal, because a Scouser playing for Manchester United is like somebody deferring onto the German side in World War II. So already you can tell he's a greedy bastard who doesn't give a shit about his home city. So not only do I think he should be stripped of the captaincy, but I think he should be put into prison. So Rooney, take his armband off, and if he wants to do what's best for this country, he should just fucking retire from international football. I'm sorry, that bloke just makes me really angry. Woo! Well, I'm glad that's out of the way. Now let's talk about possible captains. I'll start with the defence, and these names have been touted around a bit. I know you've got your Joe Hart, who, to be fair, I mean he's got decent-ish qualities. I mean as a captain, but he's fucking shite. And then you've got Gary Cahill, who basically he's about 30. He's the same age as Rooney, so what would be the point in giving him the captaincy if he's just the same age as Rooney? He's only got probably about a year left in him. And then obviously Chris Smalling's been touted. I don't think Smalling's good enough to be the captain, because he does get sent off quite a lot. When you look at, I think if the captain for England is going to be a defender, we should look no further than Nathaniel Clyne. I think basically he's a great defender. He's got a lot of pace. He's got a good temperament. He's really powerful, and he's got strong leadership skills. So if it were to be a defender, I think Nathaniel Clyne is the only realistic option available to Sam Allardyce. So if he's listening, and Clyne gets the nod, then maybe, maybe the nickname Loro that I'm giving down the local, maybe it's actually right. So now moving on to the midfield, there's a few possibles being touted around. I've heard a few Gunners, a few Arsenal fans say that they think Jack Wilshere should be considered for the next captain. I think that's a load of bollocks, mate. I call him Jack Wheelchair because he's fucking injured all the time. And even when he isn't injured, he's always kicking off and getting fucking sent off. He's more of a fucking liability, mate. I don't think Wilshere should be anywhere near the team, let alone the captain's armband. And then you got a lot of people are saying Eric Dyer, who is 22 and he plays in that holding midfield position. But I don't agree that Dyer is good captain potential, just simply for the reason that he's 22 and he's also played in Portugal. So you want to play you want to pick a captain that's played all his career in England, because it's kind of, it doesn't show any loyalty to your country. You just won off to Portugal to play football. So no, Dyer, not a chance. When I do look at that team and I look at the midfield, I see two I can see two really strong potential captains in that midfield, and they are Adam Lallana and Jordan Henderson. I mean, Henderson's the captain of Liverpool, and you know he's fucking great. And obviously Lallana was the captain for Southampton as well. I think with those two, you're guaranteed 110%. Not to mention also, I know he's the same age as Cahill and Rooney, but maybe it's a possibility to give the armband to James Milner. I'm only saying that, I know he's 30 as well, but obviously he's got a lot more in his tank than Gary Cahill. I mean, just look at his goals and assists last season. It's fucking phenomenal. So I think I'd probably say Henderson first, then Lallana, and then possibly Milner. It just depends on how Sam Allardyce picks the team, but I think Milner does look like a Sam Allardyce kind of player. So then you look at the forward players like your Dele Alli. I don't think there's a possibility of him being a captain. He's a fucking little gobshite. And Harry Kane, you could see at the Euros just how he folded under pressure. That's not the actions of a captain. If I were to look at a potential captain up front, I would probably say the best. My first choice would probably be Daniel Sturridge. Saying that because he does score in big games and he's a big game player, and he's probably England's best striker. So it doesn't give you that many options, for the next England captain. But I've given you a few options, and I mean, feel free to comment and maybe suggest a couple more. Let me know, and don't forget to subscribe. See you in a bit.